Okay, so the other day I was sipping out of the same cup and I had a question. Mike. And the question was, do people actually really care about who you are, or who's teaching them, or who's entertaining them, or who's communicating with them? Take another sip and put this down. I believe this is my favorite cup, though. I don't know why. When this is clean and ready for me to pour something in it, it just makes me want to get a good cup of coffee. But that question the other day was, again, do people actually care about who you are here on YouTube? So, I'm becoming a full-time YouTuber. I did start my channels back in 2010. So my first channel was ALEVISION. And then in 2020, I started a new channel, LVision 2020. Now, that's where you can find all my work. Basically, if you want to see what I've been doing over these past years, I have been out here working. I did take a break from videography at one time, and I managed some artists, which still ain't yet. I was grabbing that camera and just recording everything I could. I just have the bug, man. I just really enjoy capturing moments, whether it's a photo or 1,000 photos. I love videos. I love capturing those moments. For me, I don't know, it just takes me back. It's my way of going back. Like some people can actually, reminisce and think, and they can kind of zone out. For me, if I see that picture, I'm right there. If I see that video, it takes me back instantly. So for me, that's my crack. You know what I'm saying? It's what I go to. You know what I'm saying? I really do enjoy it. So I don't want to ramble on. Let's get back. Now, I did get one comment from a family member. I put it out there. I'm not gonna put their name out there. I'm with other family members getting on. You communicating with him, and you talking to him, and not talking to me, and da, 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 da. I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of eyes on my actual channel, but people just ain't comment, and that's okay. I mean, it takes time to think of a thought and type it in, and so on and so forth. But again, let me just go ahead and read my family's comment. Okay, and again, I did ask that question: do people really care about who you are here on YouTube as a creator? My family member said, it's not that people don't care. It's just that social media is bombarded with so much at one time, you don't have time to think about anything else. And I can believe that. There's a lot going on. I mean, I try to get on people's page, like, comment whenever I can, but it's a lot. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of information flowing through. I mean, even my favorite, YouTubers here, I might miss, a few days, maybe even a week of some of their stuff. I don't get a chance to see everything as much as I like their content. So there is a lot of truth to what my cousin is saying. It's basically that he was stating that most people, are just here doing what they do for themselves on their phone, trying to get their message out, which, it's cool. You know what I mean? It really is. I mean, that's my ending line. I tell people to capture the moments and do the best with what you have. And if I was to break that down and give you a little info on that, it would be that, this was a quote my father used to state to me as a kid growing up, and it just stuck with me, and I started using it, here on this YouTube channel. And again, it's do the best with what you have. Now, I'm one to have got caught up, and I gotta have this, I gotta have that. It's not going to work if I don't. And I don't know where that came from, because as a kid, my wife would even tell you, I got to get back to that old me. I would make it happen, whatever I had. You know what I'm saying? If I had the equipment, I would mess around and build it, or think of another way of, doing what I needed to have done. But when I got into this video production thing, it was a little bit different. You know what I mean? It was like, well, you gotta have the latest gear. Everybody wants the HD. Everybody wants the 4K. Everybody wants the 8K. And that's not to be true, because this was many years ago and we're still watching a lot of full HD, 1080. And you get some people that's screaming in 4K, but it's a lot. Now, there will be a time where 4K will take over 8K and 10K, but right now, 1080 is enough. So, you do, whenever possible, though, want to, record in 4K or 8K, 6K, whatever you have. That's just going to give you a bigger file with more information, more detail, more pixels. But right now, I am shooting in, I believe, 1080. I do have some good lighting going on, so the picture and the camera is able to see good detail. And again, if I'm rambling, I apologize. I'm just trying to give you an idea of who I am and why I chose to continue to record video. Now, back to me as a kid, growing up, I would do the best with what I had. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it was, if I didn't have a bike, I have some skates. I'll use my skates while everybody else was biking out there. I just made it happen. And again, with this channel, that's my main message across the board, is to do the best with what you have, y'all. So if you just have an iPhone, get to recording, man. There's a lot of apps that you can use nowadays on your phone. We all know, I ain't gonna put nobody out there until, they give me that check. It's like, seriously, there's a lot of apps to choose from when it comes down to chopping and editing. Now, when I first started out, I started out with a camcorder, and I would just put the files, or just import the files onto my computer, and I would just upload the whole tape. If it was 90 minutes worth of footage, you've seen everything. I didn't know anything about chopping up and editing at the time. But then I learned that you can actually, chop the video up, put it in any order you want by using software. So I started out with Adobe Premiere, and I'm talking years ago, y'all. I'm serious. I've been doing this, and I'm not lying. You check some of my work, it's well over, 14, 15 years. And again, back then I would just grab the camera, record, put it on my computer, upload it to YouTube. And, I got hooked. I'm still hooked to this day, man. It's like having your own TV station in a sense. And that was something as a kid I always wanted. Now, if I didn't say it earlier, my name's Andre. Sorry about rambling on and not giving y'all my name first. I normally do open up with that. But today, again, whatever's in this cup, man, it gets me going. This is going to be my favorite cup. So get used to seeing this cup, y'all. I'm going to tell you that now. And just remember that it is coffee for now anyway. And it is clean. All right. But with all that being said, I'm not going anywhere. And I do understand time is all we really have. It's our biggest commodity. But I'm going to leave it on that note, y'all. It's almost 10 minutes, man. I was supposed to keep this a little shorter, but, I had to let it out. So, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Video Pro Solutions. Leave those comments, because I really want to build a community where we can go back and forth and help each other with figuring out the solutions to problems in video production. Photography as well. I'm a full-time YouTuber videographer. That's me, man. That's what I was born to be. A videographer. I know this for a fact now, because it's all I wake up wanting to do every day. Just turn this camera on, get to recording somebody or myself. Now, lately, it's been more of myself. And put it on that computer and get to editing. Learn new techniques. Learn how to make things happen. So, in the future, I'm going to definitely reach out to other creators and try to bring them in. And we're going to talk about some of these struggles that we have had, getting up and getting started with video production, or becoming a videographer or photographer. Excuse me one second. Keep that on so you don't see the light in the screens. But anyway, we better end this show, and I hope I kept your attention for a little while. But I'm going to end with my quote, as I mentioned earlier, and I hope I covered enough. And if not, come back. I'm gonna be talking again. I'm gonna be using the same cup with some good stuff in it. So as I end all my videos, remember to capture those moments and do the best with what you have. Till next video, y'all. Peace.